Mobility challenges are, at their core, a social negotiation of space. How people get from one place to another, and what kind of conveyors they use to reach their destinations. And those conveyors are controlled and determined by market and policy conditions that are set in complex systems. The Mobility Innovator Lab that we're experiencing this week shows us how to draw stakeholders together to compose solutions that are likely to be more durable, more responsive, and more successful.
A program like this is super exciting to think about as a leverage point and a catalyst to bring in clean transportation to folks who probably need it the most. I've had many meetings with the folks who were in my team before, and we got to a new level of depth and a new level of nuance that we hadn't before. So I think the immersion is really great, and then there's also cross-collaboration with other teams.
Exploring all the possible solutions that are out there and kind of not constraining creativity. And then you can really converge on a solution rapidly. Opening yourself up, I guess, to partnering with somebody that you might normally think of as a competitor, I think allows you to actually serve your customers better.
It's always exciting to spend time with thoughtful, motivated people that are sort of in your world and interested in the things you're interested in. And although we have different pieces of this, there's a lot of things, I think there's a lot of commonality we're finding in some of the challenges we have. And I think cracking that code is actually a really important piece of moving this agenda forward in very diverse ways.
I'm using Legos to create a specification. I think that exercise allowed us to see everybody's perspectives. And then we began to peel away some of the layers of ideas with respect to what our barriers were and how we could look at what rider barriers are in agencies and then come together on a common vision.
For me, part of the value add of the Innovation Lab is getting people away from their desks into a beautiful environment that allows the mind to open up and get past the immediate answer that you can arrive in, in the next minute.
I've seen firsthand how investments in these local charrette-based catalytic solutionary teams can actually infuse insight that the federal government can't arrive at on its own. So I think there's a great sense of connection across the local to federal that we need to foster, nurture, and literally fuel.
One of the things I'm hoping that we get out of it is have a discussion, broaden the discussion with stakeholders. I think we're doing a good job within the co-op family of sharing what's working, but to get folks like our other partners that are here to think about the co-op role in this and to bring in that expertise and those questions.
Rocky Mountain Institute's convening ability of knowing and understanding who the right stakeholders are to get all of the system put in place correctly. I'm excited about just all of this coming together, and then we'll be able to push this right back out to these teams, and they and their communities can push that information out even further.
If you're tackling a truly complex problem and you're struggling with this diversity of stakeholders, you're always feeling like, it's unclear what we have to do next, and we could really sharpen that if we could just get the right people in the room and focus on it. This is exactly what you need. This is the sort of creative environment with expert faculty, with diverse participants that lets you really take a leap forward in your work and your thinking. And if your problem feels in that sort of really difficult nebulous area, this is exactly the process that will be valuable for you.